Welcome back. This is section 3 and I'm going to start by showing you how to copy pattern, paste them and reverse paste them, and then explain to you how to sew them. So let's get started. First of all, going to take my edit pattern tool and I just holding shift to constrain it. Now move this one. Now this one also. To make equal, ensure that both shoulder straps are equal to make symmetrical dress. Now I shift these two. So now we got front pattern piece. Now we need one for back and then we sew them together. So I am going to click on this. You can select either any tool and now right click. You can copy and there is layer clone which I cover later on. For copy just Ctrl C and to paste just Ctrl V. Align them. So sewing is easy. And turn around and shift pattern behind her. By default you don't have this gizmo, you have this gizmo. This gizmo is difficult to handle. It is good for complex scene and you want to see where you are. As you see, wherever you click, you can see this blue point here, which is the picking point. So when you click on it, see like this part is going when we sew them, and what part of this clothing is this, or just by clicking on it then you can see where it is. I just click here and find this part in 2D pattern window. So it is very useful. So I have assigned shortcut key to my gizmo. You can also assign them just by going in user setting, shortcuts. Or you can change your gizmo by going to preferences, gizmo, then choose whatever you like. I use world coordinate. So figure out picking point and easily transform. I am just going to continue using world coordinate, which is simplest way to use. I am just move it here behind her. Now you can see the right side is to outside, but as you see here bright side is inside and that makes problems. The simplest thing is to do right click and flip horizontally, and now you get bright side out and dark side in. So that is a simple paste. Now what happen if we have piece of clothing that is asymmetrical, something like this. Now let me just delete that, and you just do normal copy paste and then you just move it behind her and just flip it horizontally. Now you are not able to sew it together. So to get this design to work, you have to right click, flip horizontally back, and then flip normal. The flip normal does it turn clothing inside out. If I flip it again, you see that inside side outside. Now just flip normal. You see changes in 2D pattern window. Now just flip normal. You can see changes 2D pattern window. It flip here. Then we got correct shape. So we can sew these parts together. Now there is another way to doing that. I just delete that. I just do Ctrl C copy, but instead of normal paste, I do mirror paste, which is Ctrl R. Now you can easily get same result. Now transform it and flip horizontally. We get proper shapes on both sides. Now just delete that. Alright, you can copy, mirror paste. Now symmetric paste. Now I just copy and symmetric paste. It is very useful for drafting patterns, as you need to be same as you edit. Flip horizontally. You can later remove symmetry and make changes as you like. It is very useful for all kind of complex things where you need things to symmetrical, like sleeves on both sides and skirts. Now I just show you how it works. We have tool selected, we have pattern tool selected, and now whatever I do here, you can see changes on other pattern. So it is very useful. It saves lot of time. As you see, it is updating, and whatever change the curvature I change, it is going to change there too. And to remove symmetry, just right click on it and click remove symmetry. Now there is no more symmetry in pattern. Alright, there is one more thing that can help you to create symmetric clothing. Is not always useful. Some case like creating round neck could be a bit tricky, but in many cases it is very useful. Now just gonna turn this one to segment point. You can turn curve point to segment point by just doing like that, and I just delete this one, and I just delete this one. Now I just delete half. Now you want half dress just exactly like that. You can start by doing by a freeform pattern, square pattern, and you want other pattern just like that. The first thing you have to align these points. Make sure top point is perfectly aligned to bottom point. Just align them on the grids. Just align them along the grids. Then click on this by choosing edit pattern, right click, unfold, and then you have other half exactly same. In MD4 latest update, there is another cool feature for creating symmetric cloths. So I'm going to create only half shirt and then I going to pin quickly in 3D garment window to keep it from falling when I simulate. So when I simulate, it hold in place. Now we can just unfold it just like before, and then we get same both sides. But that's not very useful if you want to change one side. Example, here we edit here, it cannot reflect on other side. Now I'm just going to undo that. And instead of unfolding it, I'm going to click on it, copy, and go for symmetrical paste. Now we have two pieces that make front part, and whatever we change in one side, it's going to reflect on other side, just like before. But the only problem is that it is two pieces, and we have to sew them to middle part together and merge middle segment. So once we finish editing it and finish all editing on both sides, then we can simply right click here, and then again you can do unfold, which will give you two exact pieces. But if you don't want two pieces, only want one piece, it is very simple. Just right click and go for symmetric merge, and two pieces become one piece. So we can have symmetrical both sides but joint at middle.